I think is a fantastic way of, creating awareness, raising the funds, and helping those charities which don't really necessarily have the way to communicate to a larger audience.
But there is actual fulfillment in being here, but also the fact that you're actually giving to the community and helping, even if it's a small way, it's actually very, very rewarding. So I urge people that kind of are on the fence, come out, give it a try, and you'll understand why people keep coming back.
You gotta find 2 hours, per quarter so you can come up, meet nice people, enjoy a nice evening, and being able to get back to community, right? So it's, I don't think it kind of takes a lot of my time versus the impact that I'm making with this.
$100 at a time, we have exceeded $300,000. And when you look around, you look at the fancy venues, you look at the fancy food and the beverages, that's all donated from our sponsors. So 100% of $100 from each one of you guys goes directly to small local charities that makes a meaningful impact in our community. So fantastic.
So if we can have Ian to come up first and make your pitch. So I'm here on behalf of the Bereaved Families of Ontario, the Halton PO chapter. Maybe start off with a bit of a personal story on my side. Lost my wife 10 years ago to cancer. And had 3 young children. So we took advantage of the resources here locally at Lighthouse. That is more focused on the children's side of the equation. As an adult, and maybe particularly as a man, sometimes it's harder for us to ask for help. And organizations like Bereaved Families really kind of go into the community, local based, really helping people maybe who don't have the means that maybe all of us here do as well. So really helping the demographics across Halton and Peel to get those resources they need to go talk to people. Really the funding can go a long way to help continue the passion that they have in supporting these groups and really reaching out to the community to help. So I'm not sure if this is the way it usually works, but that's my pitch for today.
So good evening. Today I would like to tell you about a local community charity that I was made aware of this summer at the Oakville Chamber's Good Morning Oakville event, and it's the Epilepsy South Central Ontario. From an emotional standpoint, for me, this is very personal. My youngest daughter experienced her first seizure as an infant. I remember her mother and I frantically calling 911 in the middle of the night thinking she was choking. Having the paramedics in her home in the middle of the night happened quite frequently until we learned she had epilepsy. Getting this diagnosis was very isolating, and what a relief it would have been to know there were so many other people facing the same challenges that we could learn from. Your donation, among other things, will help families facing this diagnosis avoid the helpless feeling of getting information and resources, the helpless feeling by getting information and resources into their hands at the time of diagnosis, helping them cope and move forward with their lives. I thank you in advance for choosing this charity.
Well, I'm Steve Kennedy, and I'd like to talk to you about Art House tonight. It gets the kids to be part of the community, realize self-expression, get some self-confidence. I just had a meeting with Don Pangman a couple of days ago, and some of the stories he can tell me break your heart. These kids come from really rough backgrounds, and they get themselves to come out of themselves. It's been proven that arts enhance creativity, critical thinking, improves problem-solving skills. They're a catalyst for learning and life skills, and they prepare our youth for the future. Don told me numerous cases of kids that had dropped out of school. I got them into the art program, and guess what? They're back in school. As I say, it's only the tip of the iceberg, the number of kids that they've helped out, and your money would really be appreciated to help the balance of those kids that are out there. Thank you very much for listening.
When you registered, you should have received a yellow piece of paper with a 1, 2, and 3. Just check the box, put an X, and then we will come around and pick them up and go from there.
All right, drum roll please. The recipient charity is Epilepsy South.
100 Guys Who Care, Oakville. So I don't know if you heard of us before?
I certainly have, yes.
Well, here we are. So we meet quarterly at various
98
places.
guys minus, you know.
98. We meet quarterly around Oakville,
Uh-huh.
and our members put forth charities. And at the last event, Warren nominated you and
You did.
And the 100 guys liked what Warren had to say,
Oh my
and
goodness.
they voted, and you guys were the winning recipient of the
Oh
charity.
my goodness.
so we're here to
Guys,
drop off a check for
check for-
$16,500.
Oh my gosh. Trevor,
That,
come here, you guys. Oh
can be
my
put to good
gosh.
use, which
Here,
is
can you
very
come in?
Yeah,
Come in, come in.
absolutely.
Oh my goodness, please come in.
There you go.
I am, whoa.
That's not
This
the
is
actual-
overwhelming. This is overwhelming. Epilepsy is the third most common neurological condition to Alzheimer's and migraine headaches. So when you think about it, a person with Alzheimer's, it's more the end of their life, but a person with epilepsy, it affects their whole life. And it affects their transportation, their relationships, their education. So many people with epilepsy are underemployed or unemployed. And we have youth programs where we empower our youth. We create different workshops for them. We build their self-esteem. We build their confidence. And sometimes they talk about their epilepsy, sometimes they do not. They just socialize. They get to do all kinds of things that they normally wouldn't do. With our summer camp, we have kids doing things they never would be able to do, because many of the camps don't allow the kids with epilepsy because of the episodes. They just don't have the staff. So our staff, we're 1-on-5 sometimes, or 1-on-1. And the kids get to go horseback riding and swimming, and you know, they do ropes and all these activities that they never would be able to do at school or through other camp programs. What an amazing organization you are. All of you, 100, and I know there's more, 165 guys who care in Oakville. Phenomenal work that you do. Keep it up. This is amazing. Thank you so much.